All right. Everybody, let's welcome some of these folks here. I am your host, Mr. Hang, until I can find a student to actually do the podcast hosting. Let's give it up for our guests here. Give it up, everybody. All right. Okay, so I'm going to start to my right over here, and we have...
My name's Kennedy Bell.
I'm Hiba Hijazi.
You got to get closer to the mic. We're not going to hear you.
Hiba Hijazi.
Andrew Johnson.
Jordan Sykes.
Eris Allen.
And Miss Page.
All right. So, you guys went on tour as a band, right? No, I'm just joking. Just joking. Where did you guys go on tour? Anybody?
We went to a lot of places, Washington, D.C., Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, and others.
Particularly, this is a very special tour, but what's so special about this tour? It's not just going to different cities. You're actually doing what?
We were touring HBCUs.
So,
Okay.
no, they did not.
I guess we lied.
All right, so they knew that this podcast was going to be so fire, the fire alarm went off. Oh, my goodness. I have to do that. You know, that was like a dad joke for me. There you go. Every show I got to do a dad joke, loosen up the mood, you know what I mean? So explain what HBCU is.
It's a historically black college and university. So, like, a lot, but, like, history, black people were often, like, excluded, so they made their own schools.
That's right. More power to you for doing that. Let's just go down the list here of people. Which one was your favorite college and why?
Out of every college that we went to, I think my favorite was Hampton. I think it had a beautiful campus, the programs were really good, and the environment and community made me feel very welcome there.
Mine was Howard.
It's one of those things where I just want to flip the table. It's like, I'm done with my job. All right, we'll continue on.
My favorite was Howard because I just really liked being in Washington, D.C. It's one of the places I could see myself living to go to college for. Yeah.
My favorite school was Lincoln University because it reminded me of, because I've been to University of Oregon, and that was my first HBCU I ever been to, and the rest of them couldn't really, like, it just didn't really feel like home. But as soon as I stepped on Lincoln, I really liked everything about it, just the feel, the hospitality, everybody there. It really just felt like a place I could fit in really well.
My favorite university was Hampton because the lady who toured with us and told us about the campus really kind of sold it for me because she told us like about the history of the school, and we got to meet some of the students, and they really just made it feel like it could be somewhere that I wanted to go to school.
My favorite was Howard, actually, and I already had a pre-assumption that I was gonna like that school, but when I actually got on the campus, it blew me away just from the majors that it had all the majors I wanted, and everyone was really cool, and it was probably easily to adapt to.
Well, me being a teacher, if I had to go back to school, I would have picked Boyd University, because the campus was amazing. The tour guide, she explained the different majors and things that they had. The facilities of the arts was phenomenal, and the food was amazing.
The food. I'd probably pick a college because of the food. Forget what you're going to learn. I just want to eat good food.
That part.
For you, what was the most memorable moment on your trip? Let's go down the list again.
Honestly, I think all the nights spent in the hotel. We got close to a bunch of students from different schools, and I even got closer to students at this school myself who I never thought that I would even be close to. So it was a really nice experience getting to room with the girls here and meet all these other people.
Yeah, I think the people was like the best part. Like, we had such a like fun group of people, and like the bus rides weren't like boring because of that. So yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely like making new relationships with people that we never met before. People from different schools, people from our school. Like I was able to get really close with Eris in our room. It was just really fun being around people that I've never been around before, and it was just real nice meeting new people.
Yeah, same like them. I really liked meeting all the new people, and we for sure made so many new friends that we're going to continue to talk to. But I also just like the traveling aspect, like going on the planes and the bus rides and just being in a different environment.
For me, it was also the people and mostly the experiences. I've never been in places like that in my life, and it was really cool seeing those types of things and learning history about them.
Well, for me, it was a different experience. I had a room by myself, but I got a chance to meet a lot of beautiful students. Also, I really enjoyed the tour company because they made the trip phenomenal. Even on the bus, they did trivia games of the schools that we just left. So they give us history before we got off the bus about what school we were at, and then as we were doing the tour, they would give us history as well. And then when we got back on the bus, the kids had to remember those things because they had trivias and they had gift cards and sweatshirts and things like that they gave the students if they answered the questions correctly. And I'm quite sure some of you guys got some of those gifts, correct? So yeah, so it was an amazing trip.
Nice. And regarding the tour, was it just Long Beach students, or was it like students from other parts of the country too that went on tour with you?
Well, it was just Long Beach students. It was Long Beach Unified School District. We took 5 kids from Wilson, 5 from Poly, 5 from Cabrillo, and 5 from Lakewood.
Okay, so it was a joint high school thing, right?
Yes.
It wasn't just like a Wilson thing. That's cool. That's cool. So, what would be one advice that you have for someone who's interested in going on this tour next year?
Make sure you have a 3.0 and above, and get your name in quick because after this trip here, it's going to fill up really quick, and we might have an opportunity to go in the spring as well.
Oh, take
Yes.
me.
Yeah, I know, right?
Take me.
So we're looking at continuing this process of trying to take 1 or 2 trips per year and possibly 1 in the summer.
Okay. All right. Well, our time is limited because we are doing this at lunchtime. So what is one advice you would have for someone that you've heard that you can tell someone to how they can improve themselves, like on a regular basis, to be the better version of yourself, like on a daily? What's one thing that you would tell someone to inspire them?
I would say always be yourself and be nice to others.
Be yourself, be nice to others.
I would say find happiness in the negative things.
Okay, yeah.
I would just say kindness goes a long way. Just be mindful of how you treat others.
Yeah. One thing I would say is to always look at the cup as half full. Even when and always remember that it could always be worse.
True.
I would say try new things and figure out what works best for you.
Truly.
Definitely to stick to yourself, stay true to yourself, and venture out of your comfort zone.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. Let's give them a round of applause, everyone. And I will close us out now.